In this video, we're going to look at creating a material function inside of Unreal Engine 5. And what a material function is it lets you package up parts of a material graph into a reusable asset that you can share to libraries and easily insert into other materials. In essence, they're designed to streamline the material creation process for artists and make it easier for them. In reality, what that means is that it just makes your workflow a lot faster. You can reuse these material functions over and over again in different materials within your project or even in other projects as well. So once you've made one, you could use this for years and years and years until maybe they change something within the editor. So today we're going to look at creating a material function. Now, in one of the other videos that I'm doing this week is on master materials. Now, one of the things that we want to do in a master material, especially in a tileable one, is to be able to tile our UVs and maybe pan our UVs a little bit as well. But by default, we can't actually use something called a texture coordinate for this because you can't convert it into a scalable parameter. So we would need to make some custom functions within our materials to do this. Now, this could get very tedious very quickly because we would have to do it for every material. So what we can do is create a material function and reuse that in all the materials to do this. So that's what I'm going to do today. So if we have a quick look at this one, this is what. So basically what this is doing is it's scaling the UV space uniformly. Then it's allowing you to scale it on the U and the V, or we can move it on the X and Y. Now, U and V translates to X and Y in 3D space, and this is uniformly, so this will scale it uniformly on these two values. So we're going to create this. So the first thing we need to do is we need to basically set up, if I'm assuming that you have prior knowledge of Unreal when creating this, but I tend to work in folders, so I normally have an FBX folder, materials, scene, textures, just so I can work clean, and when other artists take over, they can see what I'm working on, and they know exactly where things are. I'd advise this 100%. Like, you need to be doing this. You need to be working in folders. You need to be naming your stuff correctly. So in the content browser, we're just going to right-click and go Material Function, and then we're going to call this Scale Example. And let's double-click on it. Let's bring it over here. Now, on this one, what we're going to do is we're going to just rename this. So I'm going to call this Tile and Pan, and I'm just going to click Expose to Library. And all I did was just click on them blank space, and it gives me the details for the whole material. That's how it works in here. Now, if you want to pan around, you can just hold the right mouse button, and it will pan your screen. And anybody who's used like Blender's material editor, you'll notice that this is the same workflow where you work left to right. And it's the same with blueprints as well. I think there are some exceptions in blueprints, but yeah. So to begin with, what we need to do is we need to right click and type in texture chord. Okay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put an input in, function input. Now at the moment it's set to vector 3. We don't want that, so we're going to set it to input scalar. Okay. These can all stay the same. The only thing we're going to change is this to density. Okay. And then I'm going to hold M and left click to create a multiplier, or we can drag off and go multiplier like so. So there's two ways of doing that. I'm going to connect those together. Now I'm going to copy these. I need 4 in total. So the next set of things we're going to do is first, I'm just going to rename that. And then what I'm going to do is rename this to U, V, X, Y. And then these, I'm going to append these two values together. So append. And what I'll do is I'll also put a link to the material editor's technical documentation so that it can give you a good description of all of these nodes. Okay, so append. Okay, right. Then what I'm going to do is, just give me 2 seconds. I'm just going to basically grab these two and multiply them together. And then with this one, I'm going to add together. And there you go. That's pretty much done. I can go save, or I can click apply and save. Doesn't matter. And then there's your first material function. Now, what this material function is going to do is it's going to allow us to change the settings for these 5 even nodes. And in the next video, I'm going to show you how to create a master material and then obviously import this into the master material so that you can use this over and over again. So